So we're getting some carbon in the ground, we're getting some diversity, we're getting some live root. What about livestock grazing, Brian? Will livestock eat this? Are you getting a benefit? Or is it all for the soil?
No. From where we sit, we look at it more from a microbiology builder and a soil health builder and a livestock grazing side. Then there's a number of different sheep producers in the area. There's a couple guys that I grew up with that are my neighbors that raise sheep, and they bring their sheep over and then they pay me rent on a daily basis on having their animals on my place. And so I want, from an economical standpoint, I want them on my place for as long as possible, so that check is better, and I want them on my place as long as possible to get the animal activity on it, and I want them to be happy. And what we've started this year on our own is we're going to graze some of our own cattle on it, and so we need to look a little bit from the standpoint of we need some of that diversity. We actually need a little more fiber out there for the cattle to do well, to make good cattle feed. We'll keep our cool season grass. We won't spray it out. We'll let it continue to grow, and we've come to notice too that we do like those fibrous roots of the cool season grass. Anyways, they do a lot for mycorrhizal fungi colonization, and they do more than you would ever think for compaction.
Yeah. And just explain, the cool season grasses are not things that you put in your cover crop mix. Those
yeah, the cool season, we don't add a cool season grass to our cover crop mix because we're following a cereal grain, and so that cereal grain might be winter barley or winter soft white or spring soft white or spring barley. And those cool season grasses, we do throw a little bit out behind the combine as we're combining, and so they're out there in the field, and that's the component. We don't add a cool season grass to any cover crop mix. It's kind of already there.
For us, the two key things once we added the sheep in was trying to knock down those vole burrows, because it really does make a big difference if you have an animal in there, just knocking those down so they can't build the population as well. And then we know we're cycling that, and getting that manure. It's really interesting, come in the spring and kind of just walk the field and see what manure you have there. I always assume I'm losing, maybe 15 to 30% in the livestock as they go away. But then, we're offset by getting a little bit of grazing money that offsets, both some of the fertilizer and the seed cost.